get your hog on. So I had a few people just ask me about the hog on logo and what it really means, and I just wanted to clarify it and go live real quick and just say hog on stands for hustling over grounded obstacles naturally, because that's what we're going to go through in life, family. We're going to go through things that just going to pop up with life, and you just have to go, you have to overcome them, you have to endure them, you have to learn how to keep it moving and survive when things get critical, when things get tough. And then you pay homage. It also means paying homage to those who provided a way before us, that showed us this is how you do it. This is how you actually overcome something, especially from those from rural areas and from the Black Lives Matter movement. We understand from Dr. King, lead by example. He was a hog. He actually hustled over grounded obstacles naturally. He actually marched and started a movement that actually benefited and helped the people versus sitting back saying how I'm going to make a change, how am I going to do something without doing something. You know what I mean? So everybody have a different approach, but how you get your hog on is actually surviving whatever you're going through, coming up with a goal, with a vision, and sticking with it, going through it, swearing to your own hurt and change it. Not, I like to say that because a lot of people like to say what they'll do, and then when the situation come apart, they'll be like, I don't know it. Find ways to switch it up or find ways to renege on their own words once the pressure come in. So getting your hog on, is a term that I use to help motivate me to stay consistent, help motivate me to stay aware and to just keep things moving, and just know that it takes one day at a time, because it is one day at a time. It's like getting your daily bread. Each day we receive our daily bread. So I think every day we have to get our hog on. Every day we have to wake ourselves up, get prepared to fight the enemy and whatever else we have to face, being independent or just being on the job or being in school or whatever the situation may be. So just wanted to give some highlights on that and just let people know what it actually stands for. It means hustling over grounded obstacles naturally. And then the other term for it, because it got two meanings, means honoring our generation ornamental nature. That's why I said honoring those who came before us, honoring those who built things with their hands, who survived things, who started movements that we're still honoring today. Because I think that it's important for us to pay homage. A lot of us don't know how to pay homage. And if you have someone that actually came before you and made a way, you should actually go back and to pay reverence and to remember that and to keep that and pass that down so your kids know what survival is, know how to overcome something. And I think that's what's so good about passing information down, because once you know and you pass it down to another generation and you keep it potent on their minds that this is how we survive and this is how we're going to survive, by enduring. And that's what HogOn stands for, family. I came up with that to motivate myself and to start a movement where I can get other people involved. That's why I got the logo on the front, HogOn for life. You know what I mean? Because it's a movement to put us together as a people, anyone that's going through something. So it doesn't matter what culture you're from, what area, what state you're from, what hood you're from. We all survive something, and we all get in a hog on, family. We all are overcoming obstacles. We have different people who have done great things from rural areas, so we want to pay homage to them. And then the other way to get your hog on, because I have a few people asking me about that, you can also, I'm going to show it to you. You can also go to Amazon Prime, and you can put in HogOn Welding, and you can see the material, the different type of gear, that we have available. We have hoodies, long sleeve, short sleeve. We have bags. We have pillowcases. We have t-shirts, So for those who want to network with us and shop with us, all you have to do is go to Amazon Prime or Amazon and put in Hog on, separate the two words, welding, and it should pop up. Salute, salute, thanks for checking in, and it should pop up. We got the Pan Africa gear. We got those who served in military HogOn. We got those who served in actually 3 or 4 branches of the military. We have different HogOn logos for them as well as the Hog with their background in it. And we also have those who support the HogOn University from the rural South areas and who, want to embrace the gold teeth. For those who understand what the gold teeth was, the HogOn University was actually helping pay homage to why we wear them. For those who want to know, what's the culture all about? Why do we wear gold teeth in the South? That t-shirt was dedicated to pay homage to why we do it and why I'm passing out knowledge to help those from rural areas. So for those who want to support that way, you can go to Amazon Prime and you can get you some HogOn gear. You can also get your HogOn just by sharing and supporting the channel. Like those who have shared it to people, I do salute all those who have shared it with their loved ones, who like the pages, who leave comments. I try to form a community. I know I missed some messages, but I do try to get back and to keep a community going. So, you can get your HogOn just by staying in contact with me. You know what I mean? Sharing the movement, sharing the videos, leaving some good comments, giving me some ideas, different things that we can do, and also supporting the school, as far as telling people about the independent welding. Or also we have blueprints that I designed on my website to help those build their independence with Welding Skids. And I'm also, hopefully soon, I'm going to have some prints on there to show you how to build the staircases, and you can actually buy that blueprint and start building staircases wherever you at to make money. My goal is to come up with some prints at decent numbers to help people be creative, think outside the box, product over talent, product over talent. So if I can come up with a blueprint that you can duplicate and make money off of, and we can network, I think it's a win-win. So I know that everybody is not an engineer, everybody is not a business owner, everybody isn't prepared to be independent, but everybody has to take care of themselves, and having a side hustle or having an extra trade is always a plus. So I appreciate all those who get their HogOn with me, but there's many ways to do it. Like I say, just sharing, supporting the channel, I really do appreciate it. Like I say, this year, my goal is to try to reach that 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. So for those who support YouTube, share, I really do appreciate it. We're trying to get some more videos to go viral where we can catch more attention, because I know there's a lot of black welders, upcoming black welders, who need to see someone like me who's actually doing it, who has been in the trenches, that survived, with a story to tell that can actually uplift them and get them in a better situation. And sometimes the information that is most needed is sometimes hidden or tend to be lost in the archive. So a lot of times we have to share, we have to hit that like button and keep it up there and let people know that, hey, it's someone that survived. Because sometimes what I have learned when I was going through my most struggles and times I thought I wasn't going to make it, I actually looked at people that was in the same situation or similar or even worse, and they survived. And I seen how they survived and what they did, and it gave me hope that, I'm no different than them. So if they can survive, so can I. So the goal is with HogOn is to motivate and to encourage, to start a legacy for my family, to build a business that can actually stand alone. Right now, like I say, my goal is to have products and also teach welding independence. Because I really feel that in order for us to really gain some financial wealth, to break the financial literacy curse that we have from our people, most definitely not knowing what to do with money or how money operates, we need to have a solid trade, a solid skill that we can always fall back and get those finances on. And I like to show my work ethics as far as, teaching welding and how welding changed my life. And there's different tradesmen. So I'm not saying that welding is the only way, because you got electricians, plumbers, carpenters, you got HVAC, you got truck drivers, you got people that do logistics. There's so many different things that wrap around the tradesmen that can help you benefit your life, that can help you expand yourself in different situations. And some people want to do better. And I realized that the climate we're in right now, sometimes you have to step outside of where you're from or leave certain areas and go certain areas in order to open up better doors. And that's how you get your HogOn family. You have to be able to be willing to overcome grounded obstacles naturally. You're going to have to face whatever's coming to you and in your heart that no matter what's happening, I'm not going to allow this to affect my growth. I'm not going to allow this to affect my independence. I'm not going to allow this to keep me from living. Because we know one thing that, especially in this climate with the pandemic and people passing and dying and our loved ones with COVID-19 and all the different things that's going on right now, people are being more cautious, spending time with loved ones. So we just have to just know that as long as we're here, we got bills to pay, family. As long as we're here, we got responsibility. So we have to take it one day at a time, get our hog on one day at a time, and just remain that and know that being a hog, why I picked the hog instead of different animals. I like the hog because not only am I from Arkansas, I was born in Little Rock and raised in Southeast Arkansas, but I always had to get things out the mud. And a hog is an independent animal. Like it's not something that you go out and you put a bowl outside or you domestic, you try to turn it into a domestic animal like a dog. You don't do none of that. What you do is a hog is one of those animals where when it's hungry, when it's time for it to eat, it's gonna go out and find its own meal. It's not gonna sit around and wait on handouts. More like a domestic animal, a cat or a dog that you can actually do wrong, because some people get done very wrong on job sites and on jobs that they've been there for years and years, and they deal with that oppression because they don't know no other way. They feel like, man, I got to go through this to take care of my family. So sometimes we endure certain things when all we have to do is just stand and get a hog on, willing to endure that to open up another door for ourselves. So sometimes it's just about leading by example, being the one to stand up there and say, hey man, I'm gonna get my hog on, I'm going to survive regardless. You know what I mean? And just so those who know, I am also an artist too. So if you want to listen to some of my music, it's on Instagram, it's on Facebook, it's on what is that? Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio. Just put in Black Feniks. I spell it black, regular black, Feniks, and you can listen to some of my music where I give an expression of where I'm from, and some old, some new. I haven't dropped any new within the last, I think, 2 years. So my last project was actually Hold No Hate, but I have a lot of different projects that I planned on going back, shooting some videos on, and then to keep things going, because I got some good songs, some good classic songs that actually wasn't promoted properly. And that's part of learning too. When you gaining your independence, when you're doing anything, you have to learn the business side if you want to do both, if you want to be an artist and learn the business. So I have music out there for those who want to get their hog on with me and listen to some of my music. I appreciate it. Everything to me, I think if you got one life, push it to the max. Get your hog on, family. Whatever you're going to do, live your life to the max. Don't be afraid to take risks, because risk is going to ensure that you actually live a better life. Because if you play it safe all the time, you might miss out on a lot of good things, and you might go through some unnecessary things because you wasn't willing to take the risk and willing to fight and actually get your hog on, to gain your independence, or to start a new business, or to travel to a new state, or to whatever it is you want to do. You know what I mean? I know it takes courage. It takes being a hog. You can't just stay. You can't be stagnated. Being a hog, you have to keep it moving. So how to get your hog on is to stay consistent. It's to hustle over grounded obstacles naturally, to face life as it comes, to uplift someone else, and to pay homage for those who actually came before us. Because we know one thing is a fact, family. Life, history repeats itself. And if we have someone that is wiser than us, that has been here 20, 30 years, 10 years, whatever, older than us, who can pass us some information, we have to pay homage to them and receive that information. And we know times change, but humans, we're always gonna have a beating heart and blood pouring through our veins. So certain things with life, the only thing that really changes is the titles, the names. We give new names to new dances, but the dance started a long time ago. We just giving it new titles, adding a little something to it, but it's still dancing. You know, so just wanted to say for those who want to get their hog on with me, keep surviving, keep growing, have a vision. Don't stop until you bring it to pass. And hey, that's how you get your hog on, family. You know, be blessed, continue to prosper. It's Friday. Enjoy a great weekend. And like I say, continue to be blessed and prosperous. Hog on.